I got a cousin. He's in Angola right now. He was about this big, man. This big, smallest person on the block. But he wasn't scared of nothing. And people used to always tell him, you think you bulletproof, you think you Teflon. And the name just stuck with him. And when he went to jail for murder, you know, I kind of picked the name up because we ran together. When I started rapping, I said, I'm gonna call myself Teflon Mark because I ain't scared of nothing.
Do you honestly mean that?
Yeah, I ain't scared of nothing. Nothing.
Was there a point you were scared of something and then it turned into nothing?
Never been scared of nothing.
Seriously?
Never been scared of nothing. At all, nothing. I fear nothing but God.
Were you raised like that? Or do you think maybe, I don't know, something mentally is just not right? I mean, and I say that respectfully because people fear, I mean, that's natural for a human being to feel.
I mean, you could say that, but when you come from where I'm come from and you see dead bodies and shootings and murders and you get shot at every day, you go numb to it. Don't nothing scare you no more. Somebody could shoot a gun on the side of my head right now, I probably wouldn't even flinch. I'd just look over there like, you serious?
That sounds like a tough environment.
Yeah, I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Still living in Baton Rouge?
Yeah, I still live in the hood. I still live in the projects.
Now, somebody watching this is gonna say, he's got a lot of jewelry. He's got, I mean, you have a Rolex on.
Yeah.
These are pricey things.
Yeah.
The stuff I mean, you got Burberry glasses and all kinds of stuff, right? Even not pictured on the camera. You have these nice things on you right now. You just you said murder, shootings every day. You're not scared of anything. I mean, why continue to live in that city, in that state? Why not leave and get away from that type of, I mean, seeing dead bodies? Why stay there for so long? Why not get out and live somewhere else where you don't have to be around that? I'm not saying you're around that right now specifically, but even if you're not around it right now, why continue to live in a city where that's happened or that continues to go on?
That's where I was raised. That's where I'm from. It's natural to me. It's natural. Like if you was raised in a suburb and everybody cut their grass every day, it would be natural to you. Therefore, if you was raised in the ghetto and you hear gunshots every day, that would become natural to you. Like we used to hear gunshots when I was little and go get under the bed and hide. Now we hear them bitches and just be like, oh, another nigga shooting. Somebody dead. Whoop-de-doo.
But people have, okay, it's one thing to be, you're raised in it, you're raised around it, you're comfortable to a certain extent, I get that. But people have dreams, aspirations, goals. You know, some people, you hear people all the time, hey, whenever I grow up and I can better myself in so-and-so city, I'm going to New York, I'm going to LA, I'm going to Miami, I'm going to Atlanta. There's people, not in Baton Rouge, maybe a smaller town or a town no one's ever really heard of or familiar with, in Louisiana saying, you know what, I can't wait till I get out of this place and go to Atlanta. Have you ever had these thoughts?
No, I go to Atlanta to shop. I love Baton Rouge. I love my city. I make my money there. That's who I became, who I am today. Yeah, and if I ever get a lot of money, I'll never leave my city. You know what I'm saying? I'll rebuild it. I invest in my city. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem I have with the industry. Niggas get their bags and get their money and leave and forget about where they come from. You know what I'm saying? My city made me who I am today. So if I turn my back on them, then, you know, I'm no different from the rest of the niggas, you know what I'm saying? and they got kids in the projects who look up to me, see my car, stop, run up on me. Oh, Teflon, you know, they look up to me. So they look forward to seeing me because I'm they motivation. You know what I'm saying? So you can motivate somebody from being on TV, but when they see you in person, it's like a whole different, you affect them in a whole different way. And that's what I stand for. I'm out for my city and for my people. I'll never turn my back on my city, no matter how much power I get, how much money I get, how much jewelry I get. I'm gonna be the same nigga till the day I die.
Do you have to theoretically live in your city to help your city, though? Like, for instance, you said you go to Atlanta to shop there.
Yeah.
Can't you just go to Atlanta to shop and live there and still help your city of Baton Rouge, but from a distance?
I don't know no niggas out here. I'm not friends with no niggas out here. I don't trust no niggas out here. I'm not comfortable with niggas out here. I'm comfortable with niggas I was standing on the block with. I don't know them niggas. Them niggas might be looking at me like a lick, but the nigga I came up with and I was on that block with, he look at me like family.
Now, have you had any other stage names before?
I always been Teflon, but I was the smallest nigga on the block, so they used to call me Lil Mark before the Teflon shit came around, but it's always either been Lil Mark or Teflon Mark. Never switched it up, never changed. That's just me.
There's a person that you carried the name on for, right?
Yeah.
What is going on with that person today? Is he okay? Is he out of...
No, he's in Angola. He's in Angola State Penitentiary right now.
Will he be able to get out?
Probably not.
What does he think of you carrying on his name?
He salutes me. I give him a shout out. I still send him money. I jokes him. I can't go visit him because the charges and what I have going on, but I made a promise to him, like if you gotta spend your rest of your life in Angola, I'll make sure the world never forget Teflon.
Now, this was a best friend to you, a close friend to you?
It was a cousin by marriage.
And you were very close with him?
Yeah, that was my brother. We did everything together. I'm talking about everything. Pissed in the same bed together. We did everything together. That's my heart.
When you have somebody that's doing a serious amount of time, and maybe life, what's the policy? I mean, you mentioned a couple things. You said you can't visit him because there are some charges you are facing at this current time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're able to communicate with him at all?
Yeah, we make phone calls. He called me.
So you're just not allowed to physically visit him?
Yeah, I can't go to Angola.
But you can still communicate with him?
Yeah, he called me. He called out.
How often do you speak to him? What's the policy on something like that?
He called me when he need me. He called me when he feeling down, depressed. He called me and sometimes he just called me to talk. You know what I'm saying? Ask me how I'm doing out here. You know what I'm saying? I check on him. You straight back there? You need anything? I send you $1,000 or, whatever he need, just to keep him on a stable mind, because when you're in an environment like that and it's a possibility you'll never come home, you become suicidal, So when he called me, I try to talk him and, man, it's gonna get better. You in jail, but your mind not in jail. They can't take your mind from you. And I just try to keep him from being suicidal or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just try to encourage him like, man, it's gonna have a light at the end of that tunnel one day. We just gonna keep appealing this shit.
There are also instances where people, when they're locked up doing a serious amount of time, they study their case.
Yeah.
They may find a loophole. They may find something that can eventually get them freed at some point.
And that's part of my job. I'm out here, paying lawyers and shit. I'm having this case reopened and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's part of my job. I'm fighting for him on the streets.
What about when it comes to, I mean, you mentioned if he needs $1,000, you'll give it to him. what is the policy on, and this doesn't just have to pertain to him, this is just generally, somebody having a close friend, they consider their brother, locked up, doing serious time. What's the policy when it comes to giving money? Is it a certain type of money whenever he needs it, it's whatever, it's a certain type of amount
whenever
of money?
Whenever he call me, whatever he asks for. He call me right now and be like, man, I need $1,000. I'm finna send it. Call me right now, I need $2,000, $3,000. I'm finna send it. Whatever he need, whatever he asks me for.
What if you didn't have, in this case, it sounds like whatever he needs, you have.
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm straight out here, I'm straight.
But let's say there's somebody watching this with somebody, like we just said, same description, locked up, but they can't give them everything they need. Maybe somebody needs $1,000, but maybe they can only do $250 or something like that.
Well, that's where your hustle come in at. Jail or prison. Prison is what you make of it. If you a hoe, you gonna be a hoe. But if you a hustler, they can't take that away from you no matter where they put you at. I know niggas in jail made that 60 grand out selling cigarettes, Camels, and Bugles and shit. That's where your hustle come in at. You know what I'm saying? I can only provide you with so much. At the end of the day, you still a man. You still got testosterone, you still got nuts.
But what I don't know if I confused you there, but in that question that I had just asked you, I was meaning like towards the perspective of the person that's in free society giving money. Maybe they don't have enough funds to, let's say somebody needs 1,000, but maybe they only make but so much money and they can only afford to give $250.
Then you take that $250, and when you get back there online, when you get that $250, you take that $250 and you flip it. You take whatever you take. See, in jail, nigga ain't gonna be able to come through every time for you. You know what I'm saying? I might be way in New York somewhere, and I ain't got time to be trying to send some money to Angola. You know what I'm saying? Or I might not have the money that he asking me for at the time, but I'm gonna send him something. And when he left the streets, he was a hustler. So he can hustle in jail. So wherever I send him, he know how to take that and make that, and he turn that into more. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you send him, either way it go, if he a hustler, he gonna make something out of nothing.